Hi guys, welcome back to the Be Easy podcast, a podcast about knitting, crochet, and vintage. My name is Lindsey Beasley and I'm your host. I'm talking to you from a very dreary St. Louis, Missouri. I'll tell you about the weather in a minute, but it's been crazy, I'll tell you that. And it is February 23rd. It's Friday. I know. I'm terrible about this podcasting thing. I really need to get my crap together if I'm going to do it. But it's Friday, February 23rd, and I have an odd squeaking around my feet because he wants to sit on my lap, and I don't want him on my lap because I got finished objects in my lap. But let me tell you about the weather first. I am not lying. Missouri has some crazy weather. I know everybody else thinks they have crazy weather, but Missouri has crazy weather because it's Missouri. Last week, no joke, it was 80 degrees on Thursday. But that's not the best part. It was 80 degrees on Thursday, and on Saturday it snowed. What? How did that happen? And it stuck. It was a good inch. And trust me, I knew it because the dogs didn't want to go out in it. It was awkward. Way to go on the weather front, Missouri. You've never managed to disappoint. Yeah. Okay. Anywho. Welcome back. And I forgot to mention social media. You can find me most active on Instagram, and my name is Be Easy by LB on Instagram. You can also look up my Etsy shop, and that's Be Easy by Lindsey Beasley. And the other one was Ravelry. We now have a Ravelry group for the podcast, and you can just search in Ravelry under the groups tab, or in general for that matter, Be Easy by Lindsey Beasley podcast. And you'll find it. So go and join the group and make some friends, introduce yourself, say hi, and we'll see about doing some giveaways hopefully in the near future. We shall see. Anybody has anything they want to donate, feel free to send me a message. So I'm kind of still playing with format of how I want to do the podcast, like the sequence of things. If you have a suggestion of how you think how you like podcasts to go, leave it in the Ravelry group or as a comment down below on the video, and that would be great. So I think I'm going to start with finished objects, so then you're not disappointed if you don't see them at first or figure out what's done at first, because I think it's more of a surprise when it's first. So, some of my finished objects. So the first one, so you remember the conversation we had about how I'm terrible at getting socks done? Yeah. Apparently some sock mojo kicked in because I got some socks done. Aren't they gorgeous? This yarn is Nomadic Yarns in their Brit sock, which is BFL nylon, and it is on a US 1 happy needle, also known as Leica, Luca, however the heck you say it. It's a happy needle because that's what the word means. And these guys I've got done in just about, I think, 3 weeks. That's a record for me. That's pretty good. But aren't they gorgeous? Look, I live for these. These bright aqua stripes. I love these. These are gorgeous. But I've got these finished. And the colorway is It Gives Me Goosebumps. Almost forgot that one. And I just did a straight up, bullseye, afterthought heel, smooth operator kind of thing. And they almost match. I don't really care if they match. That's just me. Some people do. But I don't care. And yes, the ends are woven in, and yes, I've worn them. I'm them today. Alright, that's my first finished object. Those turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I don't know if I'm exactly sold on the afterthought heel yet, but you're going to see how that turned into a disaster. Because I watched something somewhere about an afterthought heel and how you can change it to make it work better for you. And I tried it and it didn't work for me. It doesn't fit well. So I'm probably never going to wear this pair of socks. But that's alright, because I'll use them to shove polyfill in when I'm taking critters with me to do things. So, here's my next finished object. Remember, we talked about this. And, it's done. Finally! It's finally done. I gotta update my knitting journal, because I haven't done that. It was kind of falling by the wayside. The knitting journal's kind of fallen by the wayside. But here is my Daydreamer shawl. This is by Annie Hass of This Bird Knits Designs. This is a paid for pattern. And I fell in love with it because I thought the texture was gorgeous on this yarn. Because I really wanted to show off this yarn because it was so pretty. It is pretty. And I've washed it and it has softened quite a bit. Still a little scratchy, but not bad. It's a lot better than it was. But look at that gorgeous texture. It's great. I have not blocked it. I've washed it, but I haven't blocked it because I've been in the hardware store to get more blocking mats. Boo on me, right? But it's pretty big. That's a good size. I mean, let's try it this way. So, there's that. Doesn't look half bad, does it? Nice and big and toasty warm. Cover your face with it. Look at that texture. It's gorgeous. Love it. I'm super happy with how it turned out. The pattern was a little confusing at first just because, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Probably. But the lace section is a little bit confusing. I'm not going to tell you why because that'll give away the pattern. But for me, it was a little bit confusing at first, but then I read some of the comments, and that helped quite a bit. Thanks, Ravelry, and Ravelry community. And it helped me understand a little bit more how to do the lace section here, and how to do the increases and stuff, and make it look good. So, yay for finished objects! Woo! The other thing that I've finished are all my hedgehogs. But I don't want to go through them again. So, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go get them real quick. Because I got something over there that I'm working on. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Sorry about the crinkling. So, I don't remember which hedgehogs they showed you. But there are a few. Aren't they fun? I love the color changes on the decreases. Ah, it's so cute. Guys. And they've got earrings. They kind of lay flat, but they got earrings, I promise. And they've all got faces on. And the cat's trying to get in the crinkle bag. Sorry. Here's another one. I'm pretty sure I showed you this one. Because I distinctly remember this one. This one's a pain in the butt. And there's that color. And pink and blue. Because why not? So I'm not going to tell you, again, I'm not going to tell you the pattern or the yarn used, but I try to change up my colors. Come on. Kitty. I try to change up my colors so that they're different so we don't have too many crossovers. But that can be difficult with commercial yarn because, you know, there's only so many colors that they have. But I try to change it up to make them a little bit different so that I get a wider variety for the Etsy shop and markets and stuff in the fall. Which is mainly what those are for. Because I'm hoping to be in a massive market this September that will hopefully do pretty well. So I'm trying to stock up on everything and make a few new things. Come on, kitty. Here's the odd cat. I'm gonna chat and pet the cat. Cat chat. Maybe that's what we'll call the end section. Cat chat. That's cute. Because I love the cat. Okay. A little more crinkling. And then we're done. Okay. No more crinkling. Oh, there goes the cat. Maybe not. Okay. So, whips. Works in progress. I got one for you. This one's going to be... We're going to have to talk about this one. But this one is living in my Steel City Stitcher mermaid bag. There's her tag. You can find her on Etsy. And this guy is my nephew's Christmas sweater for 2018. And it is called Big Tom by Jenny Wiebe, W-I-E-B-E. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but there it is, Big Tom. And there's the sweater. It's just a sweet little raglan, perfect for an ornery little boy. And I've gotten quite a lot done on this. So, last time you were here, last time we had a chat, this was not quite looking so done. So it was just to like a few rows best. The underarm. So it was like even less than that. So it was like there. It didn't have very much done. See how much I got done? I got a lot done. Wham! How's that? That's a sweater. Look at that. It's almost got an arm. It's got a whole body. It's almost done. Woo! Check that one off my list. So there's that. And the sleeve's almost done. I'm hoping to finish that this weekend. And start the other one, hopefully. So last Saturday, my husband worked all day. Which is fine. And then he came home for a little bit. And then his stepdad had asked him to come out to their house, which is about 45 minutes away from us. Straight down Gravois, which turns into Highway 30, to Cedar Hill, Missouri. And he asked if Justin would come and help him take down a tree. And Justin said okay. So Justin went and helped his stepdad take down a tree on Saturday. So I was at home and he stayed the night out there. Justin ended up staying the night out there with his mom and his stepdad on Saturday so he could help on Sunday with the tree. Well, because of that, I stayed up all night on Saturday and did socks, another project, and got a whole buttload done on this guy. Freaking A. Had nothing else to do. Watch a scary movie and just knit. I kind of regretted it because the next day I was supposed to go see, well, I went and saw 50 Shades Freed with my best friend and her sister. Well, my two best friends, really. And I wish I would have had this to just knit because this would have been great movie knitting. Because I took a pair of socks and I don't want to knit on a pair of socks when I'm in a movie because I know I'm going to drop a stitch. I just know it. that little bitty yarn and just, nope, it would have jumped right off. There would have been a whole bunch of them. Not doing that. Nope. So, but there's this guy. I got a whole nother one to make though. Ah, there you go. So there's this guy and it's coming along swimmingly. It's almost done. Then all I have to do is weave in the ends and wash it, lay it out to dry, and put some buttons on it right there. Cute little buttons. I don't know. I'm thinking about little wooden baseball buttons because Lincoln likes baseball quite a bit, apparently. And Paw Patrol. He loves Paw Patrol. But I'm not putting Paw Patrol buttons on the sweater. That's tacky. Sorry. If that's what you choose to do, that's fine. But for me personally, I think that's a little tacky. But there's the sweater and the decreases. You can see them. They're beautiful. It looks so good. So excited. So happy with that. Oh, and I'm knitting those on my Knit Picks interchangeable US 7. I'm sorry, I don't know the millimeters because I'm an American and I'm crazy and I don't know them. And it's on a 32-inch, I think, cord, which isn't ideal, but it works. I got a 40 over there, but I started this before I had the 40, so I just didn't switch it because I'm lazy like that. There you go. So, there is a Lincoln's 2018 Christmas sweater. Almost done. Yay! And ahead of schedule. Even better. Oh, and the yarn is, I love this yarn, stone-washed in dark gray. So that's just a commercial Hobby Lobby yarn. Because it needs to be washable. Because he's 3, going on 3. Going on 4. 3 or 4, something like that. And I know his dad is not going to take care of it. Hello. Oh, someone's come to visit. This is Sierra. Hi. And I'm getting all the kisses. Come on, honey. Sierra, off. Sierra, off. Off. Good dog. Lay down. Okay. I don't know which one I want to talk, which disaster I want to talk about more. The good one or the bad one? Maybe this one, because it's right in front of me. So this guy is living in my crafty little fox boss bag, I guess is what it's called. Cat. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. I'm sorry about the dogs, you guys. It's pretty cold out today and wet, and I don't want them outside because I know that when I let them back in, I don't want them outside because I know that when they come in, they're going to be covered in mud. And who wants to deal with that? Really. So, this is that crafty little fox boss bag and Alice in Wonderland fabric again because, you know, I'm a weirdo like that. I love this one. This one's so pretty. It's got all this metallic laurel kind of detail in it, and it's got the big old dodo. And he cute. I really wanted one where... I am sorry about the dogs, you guys. I really wanted one like this where you could, and I asked her specifically when I bought it, if she could see if she could get one where you could see Bill, the lizard, on it. And unfortunately, the way the fabric was cut, you just couldn't see Bill. And I'm sad because there's his legs. There's Bill's legs. That's all you get. I think that's all I get. Maybe. Yeah, that's all I get of Bill on this one. It's the little itty bitty peak of his legs. Well. And again, it's like my Hound's Creation, whatever the heck that bag's called. Hound's Creations bag cape style fabric on the inside, and there's Bill and the Mock Turtle and the lobster. So I guess that's a compensation. I love this bag. This bag is beautiful. My only problem is that it's difficult to clean, if you ever have to, because the bottom is wax canvas, and wax canvas you can't wash, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the wax canvas. But it has this lovely little soft leather handle, which is wonderful, and somehow has gotten pen on it. And then on the inside, it's got a gigantic pocket, main pocket, and then it's got some little bitty main side pockets that are in a different fabric, which I never realized. Tells you how much I pay attention. But see, it's just another teacups, and it's got a couple little pockets there. So this bag is great. On to this thing. So this is kind of a purchase too, because I did purchase this, but I finished the shawl, and I needed something to work on that was personal, that wasn't socks. So I bought some yarn, and sorry, I started using it. It's this guy. It's O-Wool, O-Wash worsted, and it is 100% machine washable, certified organic merino. I'm gonna kick this cat's butt. Go on, go lay down. So this guy is great. This yarn is great because it is 100% produced in America, which is amazing. And apparently it's organic because of a process they use to remove the scales on the fibers themselves. Instead of using a chemical like most producers use, because it's the cheapest option, they use, or supposedly, they use non-chemical products to remove the scale from the fat, from the fiber. They use a non-chemical process to remove the scale from the yarn, from the fibers. So this color is Pearly Muscle, and it is gorgeous. I have to say that. I really love it. My only thing is that these skeins only come in 100 grams or 229 yards because it is a worsted. That's my only complaint, is that while on their Etsy shop, I don't have larger skeins as far as I could tell. If I'm wrong, tell me. But I really like their products. I will continue to buy their products, and this was kind of a test to see if I wanted to buy more of their yarn for a sweater. So it passed, let me tell you that. So this project is called Dragosta, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering this name. Page. Okay. Dragosta, Dragosta, and it's from Ysolda Teague's Knitworthy 4, and it's a cow. Apparently I have a thing for cows. I kind of do, because there's a Halloween one I really want to make this summer, and I'm going to, because I'm going to wear it on Halloween. But here it is. I just love the way the lines move in this. I'm a simple knit kind of person. I really love the way you can change direction and patterns and make visual and textural interest within knitwear just by doing a certain amount of techniques. In this one specifically, it's short rows. So I really love this. And it has taken me, I don't even know how many tries to get it to where it is. Quite a few. And a chart enlargement. So I'm going to cover up most of the chart so you don't see it, but this is how big my pattern is. It was on a normal size 8.5 by 11 like this. I just printed it off the printer. See? And then my mommy, who loves me very much, and knew that this would drive me bats. Took this to work and enlarged it for me on the computer. So this is my enlarged copy. It's 2 8.5 by 11s put together. And yes, it is large. And I've been coloring in each line with a colored pencil, a neon colored pencil. So I know exactly where I am. But that's the chart that you work from for most of it. Most of this is not written by hand. Not written out explicitly. This is not a hold your hand pattern. This is definitely, you need to have some knitting under your belt before you attempt this cow, because it is frustrating, strenuous, a challenge, a task. All of those adjectives, definitely. But that's why I love it. I really love it because it's a challenge. So I know how to do short rows, right? Well, I didn't know how to do this specific type of short row, this technique for short row. And I was having problems, so I put a comment on the Ravelry page for the pattern. And Yusolda sent me a message on Ravelry and took me to a video on her site, on her website, that showed you how to do the short rows, which was extremely helpful. And thank you, Yusolda. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. My bad. I'm bad with pronunciation of things most of the time. But here it is. This is what I've got. It looks so good. So excited. I'm so happy with this. So how this cow works is you start off down here. So this guy here. This little row here is the beginning. It's your cast on row. So you start down here and you do a few rows of garter to create your border, and then you knit to the middle and you start your short rows, right? And you work up and you work up. And I got it to here and I effed it up. And it's not something that you can just undo and redo in my eyes. So I undid it, took it back down to the guard. And I got up to here. And undid it and got it down to the guard. And then I got up to here. Well, I got way up to here, actually. And then I undid it and got down to the garter again. Sorry, the cat's playing with his bird. Odd! And then I got up to here. And now it's going really good. And I figured it out, I think. Hopefully. So. This is not something that you can just Netflix and chill. This is something that takes every ounce of concentration that I can possibly muster. So when I work on this, I commit. I'm doing nothing but working on this. This is what I'm doing when I'm working. When I want to work on this, I know that I don't have to do anything. I don't have to get up for anything. And I don't have to pay attention to anything. So, this is my trying knit at the moment. I haven't had one of those in a long time. And it's kind of refreshing, to be honest. So that's the Dragonosta. However the heck you say it. He's got this eagle. I got him. It's just this long tube with crinkly paper in it. It looks like an eagle. It's got feathers on a button on its head. Got it at Walmart. And I got it for him thinking, oh, maybe he'll like it, maybe he won't. He usually likes most toys. And brought it home. Threw it in the cat room. Because our spare bedroom is the cat room. It's where they hang out to get away from the dogs. And that's where their food is and their litter box and everything. And it's blocked off. Because I knew the dogs were going to steal it and destroy it. Luckily they haven't. So I threw it in there. And the next morning I got up and the thing was in the bathroom. He managed to drag it from the cat room over a baby gate into the kitchen, down the hall to the bathroom. I guess he liked it. And then when I tried to throw it out of the bathroom, he got mad and brought it back. Sorry, I just got a crazy notification on my iPad about the governor of Missouri resigning from the Governors Association. What? Amid scandal. Yeah. Welcome to Missouri. Whatever. We're not going there. So, this is my next project, while Odd plays with his crinkly eagle. Crinkle eagle. And there's the Odd himself is living in my Katie Beth Creates dinosaur bag. And, you know, Jurassic Park. It's got the raptors. Ooh, pardon me. He's got the raptors on it, and then it's got the mosquito, which I love, and it says clever girl. I wish it said hold on to your butt, clearly, but hey, that's what I got. And this is my sock that I've been working on. This is my disaster sock. So I watched a video somewhere about how someone knits, I think, 2 inches, give or take, when they finish their tube for their afterthought heels. They go through and they pick up their stitches, like you're supposed to. They cut, and then they go through and they knit 2 inches off the back end of their heel. And I thought, well, my afterthought heels are alright. I don't know if I'm going to do it again for me, to be honest. I really like the afterthought heel because it's really fast, but I don't like it because it doesn't fit me so well. I really like heel flap and gusset because it fits really well. And there goes the cat. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just give that a shot and try it and see if it works well. It did not work well. It does not fit well. I don't like it. I'm never going to wear these socks, so they're going to be fluff socks, and I'm not even going to finish the other one, I don't think, which is really sad. But here it is. It looks really weird. But what I did was, and I'm showing you the effed up side anyways. See? I did 2 inches off here before I started the heel decreases. Thinking, maybe it'll work. It really did not work. It does not fit my foot at all. It just feels wonky, and I'm never going to wear them, so. Grand experiment down the drain. So, there's that. There's that. And here's the tube for the other one. So these I'm just going to use to stuff fluff in, polyfill in, when I take my work knitting on the road. I find that shoving polyfill in socks is the best way to keep it from getting icky and keep it together. And these are knit out of, this is Knit Picks Sapphire Heather, I think that's what it's called, in their Stroll Fingering weight yarn. And then this rainbowy kind of thing, I don't know exactly what that is. That came in a fiber sheer package that I got one year. So really that's kind of a finished object slash whip. I wasn't quite sure until just now if I was going to finish it or not. I'm not going to finish it because I'm not going to wear it. Move on. My next whip is in my Ikea basket, and it is a bunch of bits and pieces for unicorns. I'm making unicorns for market season, and here's my basket of unicorn parts. Not very exciting, right? My favorite's this one. Look at all the pretty colors. That's my favorite unicorn. So that's my work whip. And I've been working on these, I think, for like 2 weeks total. And I still got quite a few bodies left to do, and limbs. So 4 limbs a piece times 8. Yeah, that's a that's a lot of work knitting. I'm hoping I'll finish all the knitting on it this week so that I can start sewing them together, because I'm going to need probably about a week to put the mains on them, which I'm not going to show you that until they're done, because they're spectacular. You'll love it. This yarn, you'd look at it and be like, what in the world would you do with that? This is what you do with that. You make unicorns. Not even kidding. So that's my work whip. Living in my Ikea bag. So unicorns I thought would be fun because they're really popular, and I don't know. I think I've had a couple of requests for unicorns. I've had a lot of requests for stuff. Odd! Odd! Get off there! I'm trying to keep the cat out of the window because there's something in the window I don't want him knocked down, and he keeps running into a plant that's in the window. And he keeps killing it. Keeps throwing pieces of it on the floor, and it drives me nuts because every time I see one, I'm like, odd, I gotta pick that up. Especially since he got into my pretty flower my husband got me, because the 15th of February was the anniversary of the day he proposed to me. And I'm not a big Valentine's Day fan, and every year he usually gets me something to celebrate that day. This year he got me a potted hyacinth, and apparently the cat's been digging in it. Yeah. He's good. It's a good thing I like him, because throw him out the door, butthead. So, alright, now we're going into purchases, and they're in a lot, and I'll explain why in a minute. So the first one is this cute little bag. Isn't it cute with the sheepies? I love little sheepies. They make me happy. And this is from Maria Elena Bliss Handmade. And she is on Facebook and Instagram. I saw this bag on Instagram and it was adorable. And she put this cute little card on there. Let's see if we can get it so that you can see it, maybe. Well, either way. She put this cute little bag on Instagram the weekend before Valentine's Day. And it was relatively inexpensive. And I had to have it, so there you go. My husband let me order it. This is the only thing that I'm not super jazzed about, is that it's kind of difficult to close because there's not like a rosette on the top like a typical drawstring bag, so it makes it kind of hard to close, and it doesn't have like the extra drawstring down here. But you can get there, and maybe it'll get easier as it wears in, but you pull it down tight enough. But there's that. And your drawstring is your handle. Whatever. So that's that guy. I thought it was super cute. It's got a box bottom, and it sits really, really nice when you roll the top down. That's what I love about it. I love a good bag that rolls down. So that's that guy. Now my next one comes with a funny story. So this one is from No Makers. No Makers yarn. I love her yarn. Oh my gosh. I could buy her yarn all day. Hers and Nomadic Yarns. I could buy that all day. If I had a bajillion dollars, they would have it all. Because I wouldn't. Because I'd have all the yarn. Not kidding. So this guy is on their Sparkly Gnome, which is merino, 75 merino, 20 nylon, 5% sparkle power. Not sparkle, but sparkle power. Bah! That's so funny. I love that. Sparkle power. And this one is called Little Bunny Foo Foo. Now, the minis didn't come with it. I ordered those separately. to see which one I'd like more with the yarn, and I think I like the pink more. So that's what it's going to be. Probably the cuff and the toe. But this guy comes with a funny story because when I was a little girl, I really loved lamb chop. Loved lamb chop. It was the best thing in the history of the universe. And one day, Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop talked about Little Bunny Foo Foo and sang the song. You know what I'm talking about. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, picking up mice and bopping them on the head. And came home from my aunt's house after watching that one day. And as my mom says, you started bopping your brother on the head. Yep, I'm a good sister. So I'd sing the song, picking up field mice and bopping them on the head and bop my brother on the head. Yeah, I'm a good sister. Oh my gosh. Lindsey, quit that. And to this day, it still makes her laugh, which is why I bought this, because, oh my gosh, it reminded me of being me when I was a little girl. Because I was a very girly little girl, and I love sparkle and pink and bright colors and rainbow, and yeah, not so much. But I bought this for me. This is going to be my birthday socks, I think, because Little Bunny Foo Foo. Another fun thing, so I ordered this on a Friday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was thinking, oh, it won't be here till like next Wednesday, Thursday. It came in the mail on Saturday. I could not believe that. It got out in the mail Friday and got here by Saturday. And I was like, how did that get here so fast? And I look at the origin, what her address is up in the return address corner on the label. She's from O'Fallon, Illinois. Now, if you don't know anything about Missouri, O'Fallon, Illinois is like an hour from here. It's not far at all. It's like, Yarny people! I'm so excited. She lives so close. Super happy about that. But I sent her a message on Instagram. It's like, the shipping was great. It came so fast. And then I looked at where it came from. It's like, oh, you're just across the river in O'Fallon. Hi. Hi, friend. Hi, Yarny friend. She's like, okay. Creepy person on Instagram who buys my yarn, I guess. Sorry. I'm awkward. So, that's that. And that's basically all I got for you. Except for, cat chat. Air quotes cat chat. But the cat ran off and he's probably getting into something he's not supposed to. Because that's what he does. So I'm going to tell you about the crappiest 2 weeks in like the history of the universe. Not gonna lie. It's been a crappy couple weeks. So the Wednesday after I podcasted last, everything seemed to be fine until the front seal on my dishwasher decided to explode and pee water all over the kitchen, clean through to the basement. And it gets worse than that. So we call the landlord and comes over and says, oh, we're just going to get you a new one. And from Wednesday to about, I think, Monday or Tuesday the next week, we did not have a dishwasher. Yeah, that was fun. Especially when you're used to not having to do dishes by hand and you suddenly have basically a mountain that you thought you were going to put in the dishwasher and now have to wash by hand. It took me probably a good 2 days to do dishes. Yeah. And then when I got them done, my husband likes to cook, and apparently that equates to using every dish in the freaking kitchen. Yeah. So, finally got a new dishwasher. That Wednesday the Wednesday that the dishwasher broke got extremely worse. So we decided that since we got our tax return, we needed to take Herschel to the vet, because we got Herschel about a year ago, this February 2017. And we got him because a rescue here in St. Louis called Act Now put a picture up of him at Poplar Bluff Animal Control, which is about 3 or 4 hours south of here. It's way down towards the bottom of the state in the Boot Heel. And Herschel was on the chopping block, basically. He had a few days before he was going to be euthanized. And I shared it, thinking, well, I'll just share it to see if somebody saves him. Well, my husband took it upon himself to think that that meant that I wanted to adopt him. So he contacted the rescue and said, we'll take him. We can take him. When in reality, we kind of couldn't. We couldn't really afford to take him. So the rescue was up front. He talked to the Poplar Bluff animal control people about him, and found out that he seemed like he was a pretty cool dog. He had been taken to animal control because he escaped the yard and his owners just never came and got him. No, that was a different dog. He was taken out of the situation that he was in originally because he was severely abused. Herschel has not had an easy life. When animal control went and got him, he was extremely malnourished. And we, for the most part, think that people were probably using him as either a potential bait dog for dog fights, or they were trying to toughen him up to be a fighting dog, because he's pit bull lab mix. But he's not a fighting dog. He's not that kind of dog. And because of that, they mistreat him. And I'm tearing up because it makes me really sad to think that this sweet little dog, somebody hurt that much and that bad. He went to animal control, and some people came and adopted him, a mom and her kid. They took him home, and everything was fine. They took him to the vet, and he snapped the vet because the kid was in the room with them while they were trying to do the vetting, and the kid was freaking out about how he didn't like shots, and he didn't want his dog to get a shot because it would hurt, and we think because of the energy in the room that he freaked out. So they took him back to animal control. A month or so later, he comes to live with us. And this rescue didn't charge us anything. They picked him up. They were going down to pick up some puppies and stuff, and some other dogs from animal control and some other places in southern Missouri. And we're bringing them back up to the city for adoption. And they said, we'll pick him up and we'll bring him up. Didn't fill out any paperwork, didn't have anything that we had to sign or pay for, and they brought him to our house and they dropped him off and said, see you later. Now, Herschel had, from his obvious mistreatment, had some pretty bad temperament issues, to the point where we wanted to take the time to build the trust and build a relationship with him before we took him to the vet, because we knew that if we took him to the vet right when we got him, it was not going to be good, and there was going to be problems. So we didn't. And because of that choice, which may or may not have been a good one, A good one because he didn't bite anybody when we went to the vet. Everybody loved him, thought he was a sweetheart. A bad one because we found out that he's actually really, really sick. And we don't know if it's because of him being here and being in the yard and being bitten by a mosquito, or being in rural Missouri and being bitten by a mosquito. But we found out that Herschel has heartworms. Now, heartworms, you think, oh, that's a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. If you know anything about dogs, you know that heartworm is not a quick fix. It is not an instant, oh, you give them a pill and it's done. It is a long half a year to a year process of getting him better. So come here, sweetheart. So we're gonna get him taken care of. The only issue is that because of his size, it's going to cost a lot of money. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is Herschel. Sierra. Get here, you jelly puppy. This is Herschel. This is my Hershey boy. Say hi. Say hi. Can you say hi? Sierra, get down. This is Hershey. Isn't he cute? He's a sweetie. Got a kiss? Hersh? Kisses? This is my buddy. You kind of can't see him here. This is my Hershey boy. He's a sweetie. He's my sweetheart. Heartworm treatment for him is going to cost over $1,000 basically. His antibiotics that we have to get the first time we go in to start treatment are $500. Just the antibiotics, let alone the heartworm preventative, the prednisone, and the boarding fee that we're going to have to pay for him to spend the night at the vet. That's crazy. That is a lot of money. And because of that, because he is more important to us than us getting a new camper, we had to give up getting a camper. Which is really sad because we were really looking forward to it, and it was a really sad decision to have to make. But the dog's life is more important than us having a new camper. Because he's our kid. He really is. For my husband and I, we don't have children. And because of that, our pets are our kids. We love them so much. And if anything were to happen to him because we got a camper over getting him the treatment that he needed, we would have never used it. We would have been miserable in it when we did. Because we saved him. And we have a duty of care to him. To make him to get him better. And we will. It just really sucks. So he's going to start, hopefully, his heartworm treatment here next month. The only thing with heartworm treatment that really sucks and is really difficult is that he has to be in a kennel 24 hours a day, basically. He's on kennel rest because as the heartworms and stuff break up, they can actually cause clots, and that can kill him if he exercises too much. So, we're going to try and get that done and get him taken care of and get him better because he's a sweet boy and he's not feeling so good, I can tell. He's very clingy and lovey and I don't feel good, Mom. It's like a little kid when they don't feel good, they're clingy and they're lovey. And so that's my crappy 2 weeks. Oh, and my uncle went to the emergency room about, a week ago today. And he was having congestive heart failure. Yeah, there you go with that. That was fun. And it's an uncle that I'm really close with. So, other than that, there's just some other personal things going on that are making things really difficult. I don't really think I want to talk about it too much, but my husband and I have been dealing with for quite a while infertility. And it's really hard for me to talk about. But I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about, because in the hope that someone who needs help can feel like they can talk about it, because I don't feel like I can. It's really hard for me to talk about. But we need to, because no one should feel shame about it, ever. Or having to ask for help. No one should have to feel terrible about asking for help, ever. Especially when it comes to that. And some other things. So, that's my teary podcast. The dog. The dishwasher breaking. It's since been fixed. My uncle going to the hospital because his heart was... Well, he had fluid on his heart and his lungs, and struggling with infertility, like 1 in 8 couples, and I think it's 1 in 8 couples in the United States actually do. And apparently it's not uncommon for them to feel sad or shame, or sadness and shame, and yeah, a lot of other things, which we'll leave maybe for another conversation. So, that's it for cat chat, or anti-cat chat, because the cat ran away. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great week. Better one than I've been having the last couple. And that you get lots of knitting done. And have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!